Love Letters by Orphan Account. Will Solus liked Nico D'Angelo. It was nothing new to him. He liked his best friend of 2 years in a way that he didn't want Nico to know, but he also didn't want to keep it a secret. Will didn't even know Nico liked guys until he found out about his past crush on their friend Percy. Will was jealous, just a bit. He was crushing on Nico since forever, but his friend was too oblivious to understand that. He would have to take it into his own hands. So he came up with an amazing plan that in no way could go wrong, with the help of his sister Kayla. Well, it was more so Kayla telling him it was probably a horrible idea, and he said he wouldn't actually do it. Those were just details, though. He wasn't actually going to listen. The plan was to ask Nico to help him with a love letter for his crush, which was Nico, but he didn't know that. Write it with his help and put it in his locker the next day. It was a foolproof plan. Maybe love letters were old-fashioned or silly, as said by Kayla, but Will didn't really care. He thought it was cute, so he would use the excuse that Nico was good at poems and notes and all that lovey-dovey stuff, and he was his best friend. He was allowed to ask for help with stupid things like this, right? It was the next day, the day. He was supposed to execute his plan today. He was excited? No, that probably wasn't the word for it. Nervous was probably a better fit. He wasn't scared, really, but the last thing he wanted was for Nico to figure out it was for him. That would be really, really bad. And that would also mean Kayla would have a "I told you so" right, which made it worse. He waited at the school gates for Nico and finally spotted him. "Nico!" he semi-shouted, waving at him for his attention. Nico made his way to him. "Hi, how are you?" "I'm good. What about—" "That's a shame." "Shut up. And I've just told you to stop interrupting me. Come on, we're probably already late. Where were you?" Nico just looked at him with the most deadpan expression. He was wearing a black leather jacket on top of the uniform shirt. Most people said his hair definitely needed to be cut, but Will thought it made him look better. Well, in Will's eyes, everything but Nico was better. "You overslept?" "You know me too well." "By the way, I need help with something. Meet me at the library after school?" Nico glanced at him. He looked like he suspected something. "Why not at lunch?" he interrogated, raising an eyebrow. "Well, stupid Nico and his stupid questions. He didn't really prepare for this. It might take some time, so I thought after school would be better." Truthfully, he just wanted to be alone with his while conducting it. Truthfully, he just wanted to be alone with his thoughts while conducting his plan. The last thing he needed was his sibling hinting to Nico about this. Nico looked ahead and stopped. They had reached his class. "Sure, I'll be there." It was finally their last period. Will had biology, which was something he usually enjoyed, but he was awaiting the bell to ring. A minute felt more like 10 minutes, and it's not like anyone was really paying attention. He was sitting next to one of his close friends, Llewellyn. "Dude, you've been daydreaming all day. What's going on?" she whispered. "Huh?" Will asked, as if what she said was some maths equation. "Oh, it's nothing really. I'm just bored." "You? Bored? In biology class?" She put emphasis on biology. Will couldn't ever fathom why she did that. "You torture me and Cecile with random facts. Something's definitely wrong." "Seriously?" "It's Nico, isn't it?" "Yeah, but no." Sometimes he wondered if she could read minds. Llewellyn gave him the "yeah, I totally believe you" look. He tried to stop her with his powers, which definitely existed, but of course, no luck. "Alright, fine. I have plans with Nico. After school. I'm waiting for that." Will felt embarrassed. Remind him why he was friends with this idiot? "Oh, you mean the letter idea? You're seriously doing that?" "First off, how the actual hell do you know about that? And second, why does everyone think it's a horrible idea?" "I have my ways, and I think it's kind of cute, you know." "Kayla, I'm gonna murder her," he promised. "At least someone agrees with my creative idea." Llewellyn held in a giggle. It's definitely creative, I'll tell you that. They both laughed and then immediately regretted it. Llewellyn, Will, mind to share the joke? I'm sure all of us would like to hear, the teacher thundered. They were in the library. You call me here to write a letter? Nico asked, like he was just asked to commit a felony. Not just any letter, Will pointed out. A love letter. Something about Nico's expression changed. What? I want you to help me write a love letter for someone. The mood between them shifted. Will wasn't exactly sure why. Well, I have no idea how to write a love letter. Do I look like a love poem writer? You good at English, Will defended. You definitely know something. This person means a lot to me. You have to help me. You have to promise to never ask me anything ever again. I'll think about it. Alright, whatever. I'm taking that as a yes. Now, who is this super special person? It's a secret. Well, you can't be serious. I have to know if you want me to write something. I can't tell you. Why not? Will imitated locking his lips and throwing the key. You are so stupid. And tell me, how should I write without knowing who it is for? You don't need to be too specific. Just a love poem is enough. He was met with one of Nico's signature glares. Please? Fuck you. Alright, I'll give you a hint. He paused, thinking. Always moody. Seriously? That could be anyone. You could be talking about me for all I know. He speculated. Will just smiled. Well, that's all you're getting. You could write a haiku. Gods no, anything but that. Poem it is. Nico took out a pen and started a staring contest with the paper. Will chuckled. Are you jealous? What? Nico asked, looking at Will as if he just descended from the moon. Don't be stupid. Your amazing best friend has a crush. Not scared he'll be stolen? I'll be thankful. Just tell whoever they are returned unallowed. I'm offended. He put his palm over his broken heart. Nico just rolled his eyes. Ugh, out of all people, you had to choose me, he grumbled. Will smiled at him. I could have picked someone else, but I wanted it to be you. Will swore he saw Nico blush just a bit. Whatever, I still hate you. I think you're smarter than all of them. He leaned closest to Nico. Nico was full on blushing now. Sure. Nico yelped as he realised how much closer they had got, and then realised they were in the library. What? Will leaned back. Sorry, I had to, he chuckled. Had to? What does that even mean? Nico muttered. Will heard him. Will wasn't really sure either. He didn't know why he leaned so close, almost kissing him. He just did it. Yeah, I did it. Nico looked distracted. Oh, can I see it? Nico handed it to him. Gods, this is great. Thank you. Yep, you're welcome. I need to leave now. He quickly got up to go. See you, and walked to the exit of the library. Had he made him uncomfortable? He mentally slapped himself, and physically. Nico would be lying if he said he wasn't, upset. He had a crush on Will for more than, a year. He let himself come to terms with that recently, and knowing he had a crush on someone else was frustrating, to say the least. He'd also be lying if he said he didn't try to figure out who it was. But that was the only hint he got. That didn't really narrow anything down. He just accepted that he'd know when Will came to him with the news of, oh, I got a boyfriend/girlfriend, and as much as he was his best friend, he wouldn't ever ruin his friendship by telling him. Besides, he had experienced crushing on a guy he knew he'd never get. Today, as he reached school, he didn't see Will waiting for him as usual. He was probably planning his confession. He hated how he felt, and the incident yesterday at the library, what was that even supposed to be? He was terrified of what Will made him feel. He pushed all of this to the back of his thoughts as he looked around for Will. Nowhere to be seen. Well, it was almost class time, and he had to get to class early anyway. That probably explained it. He got to his locker and opened it. A letter flew out. A letter? Suddenly, he didn't care about getting to class early. It was a stupid yellow envelope the little smiley faces and hearts, he opened it. It feels right to notice all the shiny things about you. About you there is nothing I wouldn't want to know. With you nothing is simple, yet nothing is simpler. About you, many good things come into relation. Meet me at the library after school. Your secret admirer. Guess who? P.S. No returns allowed. He recognised that poem. He wrote it. His face was burning. But he didn't really care. What made him write a love letter just to give it to him? He was stupid. Really stupid. But Nico had the biggest crush on him. Such a dork. The bell for first period rang. Nico panicked and got to class. But the letter was still on his mind. Maybe Will wasn't that stupid. That is so cute. Okay, thanks for listening. That one was so cute.